Hey everybody, welcome back. So, yeah, that last fight was bad, and I'm sure you were all yelling at the screen because I realized about 5 seconds after we lost what I think I did wrong. So I didn't really think this through because I'm an idiot. I'm not planning anything. Sergeant Joe is standing with Rhodey, who is, guess what, getting all the attention. So Rhodey is keeping up with Sergeant Joe, and that's why he kept dying in all those AoEs. So, oops. So I'm gonna switch it. So I'm gonna have Fubar with Rhodey. He has more defense, I believe, and he also should have more HP, so I'm hoping he survives longer. I kind of want to keep Hugo away from Rhodey as well, because Hugo's got spells. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. The other thing I'm going to see is, yes, we have medicines, so I'm going to equip some medicines on these guys, like Sergeant Joe. I know he has healing magic, but I don't think Bright can... Oh, he can. Okay, well, let's just load him up. Yep, let's load up Fubar too. I don't know if they can use it actually. I've never really tried this. It's been a while. I don't think Rhodey can actually use items if I recall correctly. I think he's kept from doing anything, and plus I really don't want to take items off of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's kind of immobile in every way.
Why? Okay, okay. So that should be... Oh, hold on. Why do you have a medicine? Take that off. And we'll take off this gross stuff in the lunchbox. Okay, so that should be a little better. And because, you know, we were so busy doing other things, I forgot to fix the controller. I kind of got a new setup, so we were trying to get the microphone working.
Yeah, it was, got a new computer built, and so it's all sorts of fun, but it means that I'm trying to figure out with how to set up different devices and all sorts of other stuff now.
Oh my gosh. I'm playing way too much Dragon Quest. Oh, I don't want to fight you guys.
And this is Dragon Quest XI?
Yeah. I'm like over 100 hours into this game now, and I still haven't beaten it.
I was showing
We're
that
pretty
one
close
to my...
to the end.
Oh yeah, I was showing it to my wife when we were at Best Buy or Walmart or somewhere, and I was like, oh, Smappy was recommending this one. And then she was like, who's Smappy again?
Yeah.
No, but I was showing it to her, and she was like, actually, that looks kind of cool, but she didn't quite know what to make of it, and so I was like, okay, yeah, I just gotta show her some videos or something, because the still images weren't really doing it justice.
Yeah, actually, I think Alt Dragon is actually LPing it. So you can, like, watch the beginning of the game, but... Yeah, it's very classic Dragon Quest, because they spend so much time on the story. Like, they really focus hard on a really good story, and of course there's going to be really good bits, funny bits, and of course, you know, parts that make you cry, because it's... You know, it's funny, I actually guessed something that was going to happen, and I kept telling myself, I know it's going to happen, I just don't know why, and I ended up being right, and I still cried anyway.
Oh.
Even though I really thought it was going to happen, and I was like, ah.
Winning the lottery is such a moving event.
Winning the lottery. No, although we've played this slot so many times, like, I think, we had like 2 million or 20 million casino tokens or something ridiculous. 3 million casino tokens? Oh my gosh. Yeah, one of the slot machines you can put on autoplay. So, while I was in Austin on a business trip, Helper actually just turned the game on and let it autoplay.
Sheesh.
So, yeah. Okay, I believe Hellfire actually I'm sorry, it has been a couple weeks since I last played. We didn't intend for that to happen, it's just work got psychotically crazy for me, and I don't know, it hasn't really died down. I think we heard it last time with that. Yeah, so I had this project at work, and I wasn't worried about it. We almost never have hard deadlines at my job, and it's kind of complicated, but we almost never do. And in the 10 years I've been working there, I think this is probably only maybe the 3rd or 4th time where I've had a hard deadline to finish something. And our product people kept changing their minds about what we should have ready for this deadline. And it was just going crazy. Like, they would have fights. Like, some people thought some things were important, other people thought other things were important, and it was just getting out of hand. It was really annoying. So, like, I was getting all these mixed messages, and so I wasn't sure what to do, so I did too much, and they're like, oh no, you didn't do the right thing when you did too much. And, oh, it was just a big mess, so. Although, now that it's all over, I can now say that we're in a good spot, but yeah, that's why I missed recording last week. I'm not allowed to record it 2 hours a day without permission. I told them I was going to take this.
Man, that's just crazy.
Little foobar, I'm sorry. You should have gotten out of the way. That's all I'm gonna say. That's one less target, I guess. Yeah, 900 damage to foobar. This is going crazy. I came into this knowing I was gonna do bad, and I think I even warned you guys back in the, like, how many years ago did we do Suikoden 1? I said I was gonna fail this.
I do recall you just... I recall distinctly you saying this, so I know this is a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I commented on it back even then, like, I'm gonna do terrible with this. Okay, the thing is I don't want to get too close just yet, because I'm still doing fiery moves, so I'm going to... Oh good, and Rhodey's over by himself. Once I'm done doing AoEs, I'm gonna move in. Yeah, I really thought I'd take him out. Come on. Am I gonna... Wait. Why is Rhodey berserk? When did he go berserk? Just now?
Guess so.
Is he angry that he got hit? Because, I mean, this is going to be a constant thing with him. Uh-oh. Should only take 1 damage from that. I really need to heal. But I really need to get rid of this. Okay, I definitely need to heal, so what I might do is a kindness ring. Okay, if I do kindness drops, it's gonna go off immediately, but Rhodey needs to be healed. So I could waste my time with Foot healing him, but I don't really want to do that either. I want to get him in there as soon as possible. So I'm taking a risk I might lose someone with kindness ring. I'm just saying all this out loud just in case you guys think I'm like even worse than I really am, so at least I'm explaining what I'm thinking here. What the? Where are you going? No, don't run in the closer, you farts. Don't, get away from Rhodey.
This is going extraordinarily well at this point.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe if I'm lucky, I can get Sergeant Joe and Hugo in there with Push and Bright. Okay. He's closer. I mean, he should be away from... Don't waste your time on that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so he should only move twice, so if he's gonna waste a turn regenerating him, at least 2 are taken out. Or does he go 3 times? I can't remember now. It goes 3 times. Okay. So let's... 4 times? What? I thought you only went 3. Jerk. 5! Good gravy. Oh yeah, duh. It's 1 for each crystal. I keep forgetting that. Okay. Yeah, I'm really with it today. Okay, I'm gonna have him just run straight in. Maybe if I'm lucky I get them all in there, then he can't attack him, he can only attack Rhodey.
I was gonna say, I mean, at this point I think you got it.
Oh, Sergeant Doe didn't make it in. Oh no, actually no, unless he restores both, because A and B were both taken out.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think you're good at this point. At least as far as that stuff goes.
Okay, it's attacking Rhodey's. Maybe I should record more tonight after this. I'm like, why is he attacking so many times? Duh, each crystal. I don't know. I don't it's just crazy to me. Okay. Health-wise, I think we're good. I don't think Flitch really needs to be healed.
No, I think you're okay.
Okay. Actually, hold on, Hugo. Can you do a... Yeah, to one foe. Okay. I'm hoping he doesn't run out like, oh, I need some space. Hold on. He will just cast it like right under him. Okay, good. Oh, I just realized he's standing on Porfubar. Okay, 800's not bad. No, what are you attacking Sergeant Joe for? Okay, it was only 86 damage, it's not bad. Yes, please attack Rhodey. He's just like screaming, attack me. At least we're doing better this time. Last time I lost Sergeant Joe really early because I was an idiot.
I was gonna say he was going tremendously better.
Yeah, I just felt, afterwards, I was like, why did I do so bad? Oh, I had the healer with the guy taking all the, the attention. Oops. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use a Mega Medicine, actually, on us. No, actually, just on Sergeant Joe. Whoa, why... Oh, never mind. I thought I read that backwards. It's like 2 turns to walk into give him himself. No, it's Hugo. Where on earth is Hugo going? That's gonna take him 2 turns to walk somewhere. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Should I be concerned?
I would.
What if I heal with damage drops? He still runs to something. Well. If he's gonna run off and I can't control... You know what? I can't control it. Okay, so here's something interesting. If I have Sergeant Joe heal... What the... Now he's defending? What? Okay. Whatever, Hugo, you weirdo. I don't even know. Okay, so Hugo doesn't need to be healed. And I don't know if I should bother healing with Flitch and Bright yet. I don't know. I'm trying to be a little cautious here because I really don't want to do this fight again. Okay, so where are you going? You just said you were going to defend. The game lied to me. You guys saw that, right? It said Hugo was going to defend that one turn.
Saw it.
Okay, so he just restored Ice Pillar B, and I think Hugo's stuck outside. As long as Sergeant Joe is safe. Right a second. Oh. I think Hugo can take another hit though. Should be fine. I mean, I've done this fight with just Flitch and Bright, so... Okay, so I think I'm to the point where I should probably heal Rhodey, just be on the safe side. Since Hugo has decided to be a big doo-doo head and just run off anyways, I might as well just use a Mega Medicine. Oh no, I can't use a Mega Medicine. I have to heal with Credit Drops. You guys attack. And Rhodey defense. I was just gonna say, you're the Luminary! No, wrong game. You have the True Fire Rune! Actually, for once, I'm not playing a lot of games at once. The only games I'm actually, like, actively playing are Monster Hunter Stories and Dragon Quest XI. I was floored when I saw Monster Hunter Stories come out on the iPad a couple weeks ago when I was in Austin. I was like, oh my god, like, out of every Game Boy game that I could think of that would come to to the iPad, that was literally not one that ever came across my mind. Like, I was shocked.
I was gonna say, which one's that one?
So Monster Hunter Stories, I've never actually played a Monster Hunter game except Monster Hunter Stories because it plays very differently. Instead of, you know, just running around hunting monsters, you actually, you don't capture monsters, but you find monster eggs and raise monsters.
Okay.
And you use them to fight with you. And it's an interesting strategy fight kind of system. Hold on a second, I have to interrupt myself to think about this. I need to heal Hugo. So like you'll have a monster and like in the fight, there's 3 basic kind of attacks: technical, power, and speed. And they're like tic-tac-toe, rock, paper, scissors. And so like one is stronger than the other. So like if you use a technical attack on a monster that's going to do a speed attack on you, then you'll have the advantage and you'll do more damage. And so the thing is, you can't actively control your monster in your party, but each monster will have a tendency. Like a monster will have a tendency to do technical attacks, or a specific one will have a tendency to do speed attacks. So the only time you can outright control the monsters is if you spend kinship points, which is like an energy bar in the fight. You can spend your energy basically to give them very specific commands. Or if you raise your energy bar all the way up into a fight to 100%, then you can actually ride the monster. You can jump on his back on the saddle and actively control him that way for a few turns.
Okay.
But I actually really like this system because it's, once you figure it out, it's a little complicated at first, I have to admit, because you're like, what the heck, there's just so much going on. I actually really like it. It's simple, yet it can be complicated if you like get into really complex fights. And of course, you know, you have to have the right monsters with you. Like, you have to have like, if you're on the field and you have to get to an island, you have to have a monster that swims. And so you carry, like, you don't carry, but you have, like, up to 5 monsters, I think, with you. So you have to think about, you know, I need to balance them out. I need to have some that are, you know, be on the technical side, some on speed, some on power. Oh, and I won, yay! But anyway, so I recommend it if you like... Not great, it's no Dragon Quest or anything, but the gameplay is fun. I think it really works well on the iPad, actually. I'm quite surprised. The only thing is, I have to admit, I did not think I'd find a game that sucked the battery faster than Civilization 6. I think it actually sucks it faster than Civilization 6. Anyways, we won! Oh my gosh! That's what happens when you actually plan and think things through. You win.
It goes a little better than we did before.
Yeah, we got the Flowing Rune, which is the upgrade of the Water Rune.
Nice. Whew. That was a close one. Closer than you know, Hugo.
Yeah.
Are you alright, Hugo?
We actually did pretty well. We only lost Fuar. That might be the best I've ever done, actually.
Caesar, why are you here?
There was a report since it, and so I was like, that's bad grammar. Oh, that's my own grammar. There was a report sent to an enemy castle that was the true water... God. That the true water rune is resting... Alright, you know what? I'm not going to record too many videos tonight because obviously I can't play and I can't read. There was a report sent to the enemy castle that the true water rune was resting in the ruins of Sendar was being targeted. Oh, I just butchered that even worse.
Was the true water rune responsible for this?
You just fought it!
Well, he's never seen a true rune before.
Yeah, you know, we didn't fight the fire rune or anything. It must be. We must hurry, Hugo. If the true rune has been awakened, this was a small demonstration of its power. Yeah, you ain't kidding. It's 21 minutes in. This might end up being a long video. I guess, you know, I've had so many failure videos in a row, I guess you guys deserve a longer half fail. Well, actually, there's no failure so far in this one. Well, this is interesting. Keep kicking him. Wait, how did Sarah get past that dragon? Helper goes magic. He could technically be correct. What happened? Are you okay? Oh no, your mask, it fell off.
I'm fine, Sarah.
Could it be? We can't tell because we've never seen him in 3D. Luke, Master Luke, I can't leave without you. It's Luke!
Luke.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds
Did you guys
vaguely
see
familiar.
that coming? I know I didn't see that coming the first time I played this. I actually screamed out loud. I was like, oh my god, it's Luke! Because I was waiting I was waiting for him the whole game. It's Luke! Wait a minute, why is Luke doing all this stuff? Oh, we thought he was good.
So is this the point where we like have a interspersed like video in the middle now with a recap of Suikoden 1 and 2?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I don't think I had that many good clips of Luke, though, in our LPs. And I don't even know if I actually still have a lot of those videos.
Well, noteworthy things. Luke was known for having the wind rune, right?
Oh, that's what she meant.
I'm just saying that, like, in general, like, I just remember, like, he kicked butt, like, when we were in the battles and stuff previously, because...
So, yeah, I guess I can talk about that. I thought for some reason, because, you know, I'm so with it today, I thought you were talking about, like the scenes we had with him, like, we were joking about Luke.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, like, the stuff where it's, like, how's he relevant to the story and the lore and everything else?
When we first meet Luke in Suikoden 1, we meet him on the Isle with, Not, and he uses his wind rune to create a golem for us to fight, and he's like, yeah, wind rune, show your power. We're like, oh, his wind rune. And so he actually doesn't talk much else about the wind rune specifically, or much else, actually, in, the first one. He talks about Leknot, and he talks about how he knows about the stars and everything like that, and he obviously has, like, immense magical abilities. And then in 2, he talks about the wind rune a couple times. He really likes the wind rune that he has. And the most notable moment actually was when, I think it's 2/3 of the way through the game, when we actually meet Sasarai for the first time, and he comments about knowing Sasarai, and he's like, what the heck are you doing here? And Sasarai's like, what are you doing here? You know, what the heck? You know, and I think he actually makes a side comment about Leknot. But anyway, so he actually uses the wind rune to defeat a good number of enemies on the field, which is quite impressive, because the wind rune, while powerful, is not immensely powerful, so I guess it just shows how powerful Luke is. But yeah, so we see in Suikoden 2 that Luke has very powerful wind rune abilities, and he doesn't like Sasarai. But I don't recall... And he is still with Leknot in 2 until he joins the troop, and then he goes back to Leknot at the end of 2. So I think that's what you meant, right? That's basically covering everything. So yeah, he talks about the wind rune a lot. He talks about Leknot a lot. And of course he knows Sasarai, which he doesn't explain it to, but perhaps we'll find out now. So obviously he has something to do with Harmonia, which is interesting, because if you think about it, we were fighting Harmonia in 2. So why was he fighting against Harmonia? Now he's suddenly joined up with Harmonia. That's interesting. Hopefully we'll find out. After we fight some troll dragons. Oh, I didn't even see that siren. I was like, what is he fighting? And you know what, to be fair, this was a bad decision, like, on the game. Like, why are they making us fight on the way there? Like, there was no need for this segment of us running over there. I mean, technically, if I was smart, I'd turn around and save. But...
yeah, but...
not. I'm not too worried from what I recall from coming up.
I don't recall there being anything worth worrying about.
Slowly making our way there. At least I can see where I'm going. The screen is really bright with all this stuff. Come on! See, this is unnecessary. See, I've become accustomed to the good designs of Dragon Quest XI, where they just cut out unnecessary stuff like this. It's like there's no reason for us to run all the way there. I mean, if you think about it, Sarah had to run all the way there like this, you know? And it's like, can you just picture her running? Like, why is this really long path here, you know? Is she fighting all this stuff too?
Well, and it's just kind of tedious. I mean, I think it's one of those game design things where increasingly game designers have gone, what's the purpose of this? Like, is this just to increase the difficulty, or what? And if the point is just to kind of make it so that you need to work for it harder, it's like, well, put that into the boss fight. Don't put that into the Like, I just got through the
Yeah.
very satisfying boss fight in just one. Wouldn't that be the most unsatisfying thing ever if you then lost on one of these tedious little fights afterwards?
Yes, I know. And the thing is, it's like, I don't need the games to be shorter to be more entertaining. That's not what I'm saying. I just think that they just need to be a little bit more, like, we just saw something really epic for people who had played Suikoden 1 and 2 before. Like, we were like, oh my gosh, Luke is there. And this is a big deal. Like, you're like freaking out, you want to go figure out what happened, but no, we have to stop and fight stupid totem poles, you know? And it's just frustrating, because by the time you get there, you're like, man, I just had to fight 50 totem poles. I mean, obviously our heroes, you know, aren't frustrated because they didn't see that scene, but as a player, it's like, come on. There's other ways to make a game longer, you know, like have a slot machine that plays itself. You can definitely make the game longer with that. Or, you know, side quests, side things, you know, but things like this, it's like, I'm so glad that games are kind of moving away from stuff like this. And I kind of feel like, and I hate to say this because I'm probably going to get some ire from people, that I feel like a lot of Final Fantasy games are just this. You know, it's like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, to be fair, game design has evolved over the years, and so a lot of the older games had quote-unquote content that really was just kind of tedious stuff.
Alright, so let's see if Luke is still here. Oh no, it's just Jimba. Jimba, what are you doing here? You know, to be fair, for such an old game, the graphics are still pretty good.
They really do hold up.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
There he is!
Jimba! I just realized, why is Lucia here, actually? It's kind of random. You'd think Dupa would be here, too, if she's here.
Right?
It's weird. Shake him, that'll wake him up. Jimba!
You're not gonna believe this, Chief Lucia. I've screwed things up. I can't even repay you for what you've done for me.
What happened, Jimba? What caused this?
Jimba! Hugo. So, you became the Flame Champion. Jimba.
Oh, Chris looked like so serious in that scene. She's like, oh.
I'm running out of time. Chris, will you come over here, please?
What are you going to do with me? I mean, he's dying. What do you think he's gonna do?
Chris, listen to me. The true water rune is kept sealed here. Before it gets taken away, I've been trying to put it back into my right hand. I failed. The rune was partially released. If you keep it like this, its power will go out of control. Just like 50 years ago.
Wait, that was the fire rune, not the water rune. Where's the Flame Champion? Where is Smappy? Damn, if this continues, we're all finished. What's that? So what do you want me to do?
Contain the force of this true water rune. That possessed girl from Almakenan showed you the power you have within you.
I don't think she was possessed.
You were chosen by the rune, so you can do this. Hurry up.
Me?
But do we have enough time? We have to contain the rune immediately, or it'll go out of control.
Was I really chosen by the rune? You're more like chosen by, you know, considering who's left here, because Gedo already has a rune and Hugo already has a rune, so by process of elimination. I like this symbol for the true water rune. It's very simple.
Mm-hmm. Chris.
So, you...
Well, it's time. I must pay the price for failing. My tie with the water rune, my attachment to this land and this world, it's over. Old heroes should die eventually. To wish to have an eternal life, it's a natural, after all.
Father.
Goodbye, Chris. I was not a good father to you.
Jimba, no.
Jimba! Jimba!
And the water rune's just back there like, you gonna take me or not? Take it. Take it. At least it was least pain. You know, it wasn't as painful as getting the Soul Eater. True water is now yours. Sweet, we got 3 true runes. I never wanted this to happen. Well, too bad. The 3 true runes that once belonged to the Firebringer have now emerged. This
could foreshadow another possible victory over Holy Harmonia. We should get back. It is not good to be away from the An-Enemy Castle too long. That never gets old.
It doesn't.
It just comes out of nowhere too. Like you're going along, everything's fine, and it's like bam, an enemy castle.
So, I think okay, so I'm gonna, you know, it's already been 36 minutes, but I'm gonna say a couple things here. One, I don't think she knows Jim. Does she? I can't remember if at this point she knows Jimba's her father, or if she gets the memory from the water rune and then suddenly knows from that. I can't remember. Unfortunately, we take so long to play this game.
Well, they had dropped some hints earlier, or more than hints. I mean, they basically told you the player, that he was her father.
Yeah, but Chris, I believe, finds out because when she gets the true water rune, I think, or when she touches it, I think she gets the memories, and so she finds out that way. But backing up slightly, this is the reason we chose Hugo for the Flame Champion, because first of all, Geto already has the true lightning rune, and it makes sense for him to keep it, because he's already attuned to it, he's had it for a long time. And Chris, it makes sense to inherit the water rune from her father, because he's attuned to it, you know, and she probably already has a similar personality that the water rune would accept, so it makes sense for her to inherit the water rune, which will leave Hugo to have the fire rune. And since he has a more fiery personality anyway, it makes more sense. This is where I kind of take issue with the game in general, because it lets you pick any three. Now, as gameplay goes, yeah, that's kind of cool, but as storyline goes, it's kind of stupid, because I think even the manga chooses Hugo and does the same thing we're doing here. Now, I actually have played where I chose Chris as the Flame Champion, and Hugo ends up getting the water rune, and the excuse there is because he knew Jimba so well that Jimba feels comfortable giving it to Hugo. Now, what I've never done, and I'm kind of tempted to do if I have time after this, is to go all the way back and choose Geto. I've never actually chosen Geto because I'm kind of curious, does he give up the lightning rune? And I'm guessing he must give it to Hugo, because it would make more sense to give the lightning rune to Hugo and then have Chris inherit the water rune. Otherwise, it'd just be this big jumbly mess, because I can't picture Chris having the lightning rune, then Hugo taking the water, and then Geto having fire. That just seems totally topsy-turvy, because...
Right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I'm kind of tempted. If I have enough people watching this and you actually want me to do it by the end of the game, I might actually just go back, pick Geto, and then just kind of record bits that seem interesting just to see what happens. Because I should have saves going all the way back. I've been trying to be careful about not overwriting them, but we'll see. Anyways, so I just, you know, this is the reason that we picked the people we did, because it makes more sense storyline-wise and character-wise to me to do it this way. But there you go. I know it's a little cliche to do it this way compared to other ways, but I mean, like I said, if I really want to go topsy-turvy, I would have picked Geto, which I've never actually done. I don't know. Anyways, so we'll see you guys next time when we go to Chapter 5. So, bye for now.
Bye, guys.